Please note that this Under the Sheets features themes of violence, cursing, mental health, and descriptions of sexual acts and desires. Some episodes also contain themes which may be triggering. Please take care of yourself and don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. I'm not providing medical or health advice as I'm not a professional. If you do have any medical or health queries, please consult a professional such as your GP or visit www.dirtytalkofficial.com for certified health organisations. Laugh about it.
Give it to me, baby.
Learn about it. Love it or hate it. Let's do it. Under the Sheets with Tatiana Ashbourne and friends. Welcome to Under the Sheets with Tatiana Ashbourne and friends, brought to you by Dirty Talk. I'm Tatiana Ashbourne, and this is Ariana, everybody! Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down, I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Could you tell me a bit about yourself, how old you are, and your sexual experience?
Okay, so I'm Ariana and I'm 19.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting till marriage.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And tell me exactly why you're waiting till marriage.
Okay, so I've grown. So I'm just looking at my mum.
So her mum's come on is part of the audience today. So as you can see, I'm sure there's probably some eyes looking at you.
So I grew up with religion very much in my life.
Okay.
So I always grew up with the idea that you should wait to have sex after you're married.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like
Yeah.
instilled in me.
That's yeah. Okay. And was there any time that you questioned that and thought, am I meant to?
Yeah.
You know, everyone else doesn't maybe seem to be doing that. You know.
Yeah, definitely. It's a conversation that I've had many times. Because obviously it's such like a normal thing, like to have sex like before marriage is so normal. Mm-hmm. So I've definitely been like, oh, why not? Like, why can't I?
Yeah.
But I think through questioning, it really like helped me understand more, and actually then I was able to have my own opinions about it.
Yeah.
And to be able to say that I want to wait for me, not because like I'm trying to please my mum or like anyone else.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So now it's more for you that you're waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I suppose a lot of people do have sex and think, you know what, why have I done that? It wasn't right. It wasn't, I was, you know, it just wasn't the right person or whatever. And I suppose when you're waiting till marriage, you are with that person for a specific reason,
exactly.
you know, and you're going to be there. And so have you got an open relationship with your parents?
With my mum, I'm quite open. I do share a lot, but I don't go into detail. But
Yeah.
I kind of like insinuate, so she gets an idea without me like specifically telling her.
Yeah, and can I ask whether from your parents and obviously your grandparents, did they all wait till marriage?
I assume so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you gauge that conversation with someone that you're interested in, or have you not been interested in anyone?
Yeah. No. I mean, I feel like it's very easy to bring up. Like I don't bring it up like the first time I'm speaking to them unless they ask me. Then I'm very like okay to say it because I'm not like worried them to not be interested anymore because.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I'm like, right, so you just want to
exactly.
So,
Okay. So, and I sometimes think when people are waiting till marriage, I don't know whether you get this worry or anything, because I think that what if when you've then had sex, there's so much pressure and you're nervous and everything. Obviously, that first time probably won't be the best sex you're ever going to have.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's what I think, because there's obviously a lot of preparation, or not really a lot of preparation, but like obviously there's, I'm trying to think the words. A lot can go wrong basically.
Yeah.
And does that scare you, thinking you've got to wait till when you're in the marriage, or not really?
Not really. 'Cause I feel like by that point I'd be like really comfortable with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would have been a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't think, like, I think it should be something that I can laugh about, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, like I'm not a nun. Like I have like some sort of experience, but
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And like these experiences, have you enjoyed them? Do you want to? Is it allowed to do more, or what is?
Yeah. I mean, in my religion, we're definitely not allowed to, but I'm not the perfect example.
Okay.
I think for me, I don't know. I just think it's not as deep, personally, but I know that I shouldn't. But I mean, I enjoy it. But,
yes. Yeah. Definitely, which is good.
Yeah.
What's your favourite part of your own body?
I think my bum.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I think I've got quite a good bum.
No, that's good. That's a good opinion. I'm glad you like your bum. And when do you feel most sexy?
You know what? When I'm actually just like in my joggers.
Really?
And a tight top, I just think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you been on dates with people?
Yeah.
Okay. And who do you think should pay on the first date or any date?
I think whoever's idea was to go on the date. But also I think it depends on how you ask the question.
Okay.
If they're like, can I take you out? Then I'm assuming
they're gonna pay.
Yeah, paid, you just want to go out, then like we pay for our own stuff, do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. No, I get that. And do you reckon there is a stigma to like mostly men, paying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I think again how that works, like it tells you a lot about the person.
Yeah.
Like I would never just sit there and be like expect them to pay. Like obviously I'll be ready to pay if they want me to.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I think a lot of like my guy friends that I talk to are like worried about that. They're like, oh, what if what if I can't afford it? Like, what if they're expecting me to pay? Like,
Yeah, I feel like if in doubt, always just I suppose split it. Like split is the best rather than one person paying for something. And how do you let a guy down gently?
Gently. Okay. Like in terms like what?
I don't know. So obviously, the fact. So we could answer the question as in that you're obviously not going to have sex with someone.
Okay.
So how do you turn that down? And then also, if you're not interested in the guy, how do you if it's not even about the sex subject, how do you turn that down?
Okay. So with the sex, I'm pretty blunt about it.
Okay.
I'll just be like, it's not happening. Like, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
But in terms of liking someone, I think, I don't know. I tend to give people a bit of a chance. Like I'll be like,
just a bit.
Yeah. I'll be like, I'll just ask them how they think it's going.
Yeah.
And then, if they're not on the same page as me, I'll just be like, yeah. But again, I don't know. I'm not very gentle. Like I just kind of say it how it is. But I'd be nice about it. I'd just be like, I don't think this is for us. Like I'd rather be friends.
So what's been your biggest like ick towards someone? What has someone done that you've been like, oh my god?
I don't know. There was this guy. We went out, and like randomly he would just moan, and I'm just like, this is so.
What?
I was like,
no way.
Like I let him try some of my bubble tea, and he just moaned. I was like, I'm so embarrassed right now. We're literally in public. Like, can you stop?
No. Was it like a loud thing?
Yeah. I was like, what are you doing?
That is so fun. And did he realise that he was doing it or not?
Yeah, and then he did it more, and I was like, this is like this.
Yeah.
No, this is not one of the ones where I'm like, stop. Like,
Actually,
like, stop.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so strange. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And so, have you had a first kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that experience. How did it go down? How did it happen?
So I was 14.
Okay.
And it was with my boyfriend of the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't serious at all. It was like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Just looking at
those boyfriends at the time.
And we went on a cinema date. This was my first day as well.
Okay.
And we were both each other's first kiss, so it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was kind of weird because we were kind of planning it. We were like, oh, we're gonna kiss there, and I was like, yeah. And we we invited some of my friends, and they sat in front, and they were like, oh, should we film?
Oh, no way!
But it did, I was like, this is too awkward. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like it wasn't like a kiss. It was just a peck.
Yeah, just a pet.
Yeah.
And did you feel like so much older after your first kiss?
Kind of like, because afterwards I went to somewhere with my mum, and I was just like, she doesn't know. And I just felt so like, yeah, I don't know, like,
free,
yeah,
just a bit old. Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
And you, obviously, so only lasted 3 weeks, and it wasn't because of the kiss.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, we have to break up
Because you're moving schools.
yeah, and I wasn't really allowed out the house to meet them. So I was
Right,
like,
okay.
yeah, it's not gonna work.
Okay, and are your parents strict on you about who you're allowed to meet and who you're not allowed to meet?
Not really, actually, no.
Okay.
They kind of ask questions like, who are you going out with?
Yeah.
Who are they? But I mean, especially now, like after I've been to uni, they like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have no control over me, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like as soon as you turned 18, you felt a bit like more.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
like
was
it.
definitely like, I'm an adult now, but I mean,
Yeah.
she's still like, if she didn't want me to go somewhere, she would not allow me.
Yeah.
But,
And
yeah.
she still probably has that control over you.
Yeah.
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 And do you feel the pressure around others and what they're doing in their lives? Like, do you feel like you need to change for people? How, especially with like waiting till
Yeah.
marriage, do you feel like there's a pressure to maybe do stuff before, or I don't know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not really, actually.
Okay.
I think when I was younger, I may have, but I think now, because like I'm so strong in it, like for myself, that I don't know. I don't really like. I can't really get pressured into doing anything that I don't want to do. Like I really don't take anything, but not really. I don't find it a pressure, but I definitely find it very hard.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not that I don't want to. Like I definitely do, but yeah, I think it's better to have something that's like, knowing that I'm waiting, I feel a lot stronger in that, because I'm like, it's so easy to just give in, but I don't know. I think it'll be worth it, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Do you think there's do you get a level of judgment towards you for having your own thoughts and beliefs and everything? Or are you lucky enough to escape that and no one seems to question you about things?
Yeah, I mean, in secondary school, I'd get a lot of judgment.
Okay.
Like, to be fair, nobody actually believes me. They're
Really?
like, yeah. And I'm just like, no, actually. But no, now, like, the people I surround myself with are, like, really supportive. They're like,
That's so good. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are pretty understanding.
Yeah. And do you know other people that are in the same boat as you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you discuss it?
yeah, no, like, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And what does sex mean to you?
Really, it's kind of, when you have sex, it's like your souls are like combined. Like you're like with that person forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it may not be physically, but your souls are always connected. And for me, that's kind of why I don't want to do it before marriage, because like, if I'm with some guy and I'm like, oh yeah, I really like them, and they go like, fuck me over, and it's like, I feel like you're always going to be connected to that person in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's a act of lust.
No, definitely, yeah. I know, so many people have different opinions of sex, and I think it's nice to know that there's still people out there that want to wait and still believe that, you know, sex and love is, you know, still there, which is so nice. And what's your opinion on masturbating and everything else like that? Obviously, there's a lot of I suppose not issues, but there are people think there's issues surrounding like women masturbating and stuff like that. And how has it been from you growing up, you as a female, probably part of, I don't know whether you're allowed to or not allowed to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it really like says if we're allowed to or not. Like, it's not mentioned, but for me personally, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you could be waiting a long time, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I do,
you
no.
kind of, yeah, and it's like yourself, you're not involving anyone else, do you know what I mean? I think it's your own body, I think you should enjoy it.
Definitely. Yeah. It's, And do you have a specific, I can't even say that word, do you have a specific view on what your vulva should look like?
No, I think everyone's is normal, like, everyone's is different, and...
Definitely.
Yeah.
And can you remember learning about what each part was?
I think there was, like, one biology lesson, like...
Yeah.
Not really, but I mean, I think I know a fair bit. Like, like Isla said, like from TikTok, you just kind of learn stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And do you think like the sex education system, especially, do you think that it's good, bad? You know, from what you learn, I can't remember there being much on about waiting till marriage. Really. Yeah. So do you think that it was there for you? I don't know.
Not really, not at all. Like, I think the sex education in schools was like pretty shit. Like, I don't even really remember having one. Mm-hmm. I think one time they told us that you can get like, you know, the C card.
Yeah.
That's like all I know.
All you remember.
Yeah, like there was not anything at all. But I think it's really important because people are having sex like quite young and they don't know like
what
anything really about their bodies or like how to stay safe, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, in terms of like waiting till marriage, like there was never anything about that. Yeah.
And can you remember asking your parents about it and what sex was or what everyone's talking about?
No, I don't. We never really had the conversation. Mm-hmm. I think I just knew. I think I was exposed to it really young. Yeah. So I always, I kind of just like figured it out.
Do you ever wish that you had that conversation?
No. I think because we do have conversations about it, like we're very open. But no, I feel like that's so awkward. I think also because my mum doesn't believe in having sex before marriage. She's like, why do I need to have this conversation? Do you know what I mean?
No, that is true.
But
And for other people that are going through the same thing or thinking about waiting till marriage or something, or that have a religion and they can't, if someone decides to change their mind, is it I don't know if a shun is a word, is that like, no, that's not a word, is it?
Shunned upon?
I suppose shunned upon. Yeah. So is it like shunned upon, or is it
if you change your mind about what?
Like if you decide you wanted to have sex or something like that?
Like I think it's really to do with you and your relationship with God. Like nobody else can really judge. I mean, I guess they would, but you know, that's also shunned upon. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not really anyone else's business to, like, it's whatever you feel. Yeah.
And what advice would you give to anyone that's going through the same thing, not too sure what they should be doing, you know, not really learning much, don't really know how to control it? Like, what would your advice be?
I think if you're not sure, don't. Because I have Khloe Kardashian once said, don't make permanent decisions based off temporary feelings.
That's good. Good quote.
So if you're not sure, just wait, because I think once you lose your virginity, you're not getting that back. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So especially for the first time, just make sure you're sure.
Yeah. And do you judge people for having sex or doing anything?
No, not at all. Like, it's just like a normal thing now. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
Do what you want. You do.
Yeah, exactly. No,
mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And growing up with your body confidence and everything, did you ever think that your body wasn't good enough, wasn't what people would want, or how? Yeah.
I think most people, like, everyone has their own insecurities, and but also I'd also get a lot of attention for my body, so it kind of...
Is that from your bum?
Yeah, no, literally. So I don't know. I it's always been like kind of in myself, oh, I wish I would change this, but everyone has
Yeah.
that. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, everyone seems to like my bomb, so it's like, do you know what I mean?
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so much. We're gonna go to audience questions now, if there is any. Let's have a look. In your religion, are things like no sex before married being watered down and becoming more acceptable, or is it still as strict as it always has been?
Yeah, so I think it's definitely, I mean, when the religion came about, it was many years ago. So it was a lot more, things then were a lot more traditional. But I think now in the society, like people are changing, like it's becoming a lot more accepted.
Yeah.
So I think the sex part is still relevant, but in terms of the other things, it's more like kind of all right.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, okay. And you've said that you're open-minded about people having sex before marriage, but would you say your family are? Are there people in your family that obviously come from probably a more attached to their religion? Are they open-minded that people have sex before marriage or not really?
I think it's kind of the same. It's like, I think we're open-minded as in other people can do whatever they please. Just, I mean, yeah, I know there'd be like, for me, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But other
And if you chose to have sex before marriage, would your parents and family members be upset, or would they accept it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
My mum looks upset already. Yeah, no. I think that, well, I don't know about my dad, but I know my mum would be disappointed. But again, there's nothing, like, she'll just be like, well, what can I do now? But I know she won't hold it against me. She'll just be upset about it.
Yeah. Would it be acceptable to marry a guy who isn't a virgin too?
Like, for me personally,
Yeah.
but I would prefer them if they were, but also it's kind of hard to come by. But, no, I think it's
okay.
fine
And
within reason.
Within reason,
yeah.
okay. And also, not personally, is it acceptable or not?
Yeah, I don't think it says anything about
Doesn't
that.
say.
Yeah,
There's a loophole there.
Yeah.
Is it mainly parental pressure that stops you from having sex before marriage, or do you think that is your own decision not to? You said that now it's become your own decision.
Like before it was definitely, but before I think I was very young and I didn't even like have my own opinions. I was like, oh, this is like what I'm taught and this is the right way. But now that I've explored it a lot more, it's definitely become my own decision.
Own decision, yeah. I mean, when you say how special sex is, I definitely think that, as I said before, it's sort of sad that some people don't see it as that anymore, that it is that special thing.
Yeah.
Because it is. I mean, it is a big thing. And especially when it changes when someone does have sex, because I know when I had sex, I felt like such an adult that I'd become, you know, and I think that, it felt like such a big thing for me. Do you feel that you have to marry someone of the same religion?
No, not at all. Well, I think it would be easier to, like, in terms of bringing up children, if I'm thinking that far ahead.
Okay.
Because then, because I don't want my child to grow up, like, hearing different things from their parents and being like, well, you're saying this and then now you're saying this.
Yeah.
But, like, no, I think it's fine. It's just, it depends on the person. Like, I would like to have the same views as the person, but...
No, definitely.
It's not too important.
Will there be an element of arranged marriage finding your future husband?
No, absolutely not. No. She does have to like him, though. That's very important. She has to consent to me marrying him. If not, then... My mum's always right, so...
Yeah. And is there, in your religion, is arranged marriage a thing? No, it's not. Okay.
Not at all, no.
Okay. That's all the questions. Amazing. Thank you so much. Like, it's been so informative, and it's so nice to hear another perspective, because we don't get that very often, you know, and also, like, it's so nice for someone to be so open about it, because there'll be so many people that don't want to mention it, feel embarrassed for feeling the way they do. I've got you a gift for coming on the show.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna grab it out. I have got you a pair of socks that says "nice pair." So enjoy that. Thank you so much. So honestly,
Thanks for having
this
me.
is Ariana, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's so good. How do you feel?
Yeah, good.
Good. Yeah, I loved it. I think it was so good.
If you would like to be a part of the show, please check out our website at www.dirtytalkofficial.com and click Get Involved. We welcome all sexualities regardless of your sexual experience. If you would like to be an audience member only, please get in touch the same way. Like and subscribe on all social media platforms.